find Cliff Kingsbury's coaching tenure right here. Because you got to find a way to do it. You got to find a way to turn it around real quick. Because if you don't, the wheels can fall off real quick.
All right. We'll start off with Mo. Colts versus Cardinals. Who you got?
You got to start with that one? Ooh.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Go around this
All right. I'm gonna go Colts. I think it's another Cardinals breakdown. The writing is on the wall. It looks bad right now. Offensively, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals overall body, overall talent. Defensively, I would go with the Colts. I would go with the Colts defensively. Coaching wise, I'm gonna go with Frank Wright. I love what Kingsbury's done, but I'm gonna go with Frank Wright. Mm-hmm. Overall score, this is a tough one. I think the Colts are gonna win. I'm gonna say 27-24. Okay. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I think the Colts won it. They see what's going on. I think the Cardinals have struggled. I don't know if they're gonna find it. This game right here is going to define Cliff Kingsbury's coaching tenure right here, because you got to find a way to do it. You got to find a way to turn it around real quick, because if you don't, the wheels can fall off real quick. It's falling off right now, but you lose again after what y'all just shown, against the Lions, and then what you shown against the Rams. If you lose this one, the wheels gonna fall off real quick, because they're gonna this 2 years in a row that you had it right there. You had a playoff position, and you lost it. So I just think the Colts are on the run right now. I think the momentum is high. I'm gonna say Colts 27-24.
All right, Craig, Colts versus Cardinals. Who you got?
This is tough.
This is a good one, man.
This is tough. Offensively, just because of especially the last week, I don't know what's going on with Arizona. You go out there and you basically get destroyed by a Detroit Lions team that, obviously had one win, but they played tough and all that. But that's a game that they should easily win. So I'm going to go with the Colts. I think the Cardinals had the better quarterback. There's no DeAndre Hopkins now. AJ Green and Christian Kirk and Zach Ertz are out there catching the ball. But just Jonathan Taylor by himself. And if Carson Wentz doesn't turn the ball over, he still has, I think he has four picks. So I got to go with the Colts offense. Defensively, the Cardinals still in the top 10. Colts a little bit outside the top 10 in overall defense. But once again, I got to go back to that Lions, man. You just give up 30 points to Detroit. That's just that can't happen. Versus now the Colts are starting to, and they had a shutout a few weeks ago. Then they played the Patriots, gave up 17. So I got to lean on the Colts there as well. Coaching, I'm going with Frank Wright. No. You know what? I picked them for coach of the year.
I knew you were gonna do it. I gotta pick.
It's hard because they just got beat easily. I picked them for coach of the year, so I got to stick with them. I got to go Kingsbury, even though I really kind of don't believe it right now. But I'm going slightly. And for the win, Colts are favored by, the Cardinals are favored by 1. Man, it's in Arizona. They don't mean nothing. But you know what? I'm going. I was going to say Cardinals, but I'm going Colts, man. I think the Colts are playing really good right now. They won 5 of the last 6. So give me the Colts 24-23.
All right. Corey. Colts versus Cardinals. Who you got?
So I'm going to get to watch this game in person. So I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh, man. Wait a minute. You going out Arizona?
Yep. visiting a couple friends in Phoenix over Christmas. So we decided, screw it, got tickets. Got them before the season, so they are like for like a quarter of the price they're going for right now.
Yes.
But I think this game has suddenly become a pretty important one for the Cardinals. Grand scheme, you wouldn't think of much for a non-conference game because it's not going to play into tiebreakers, and it's whatever. The Cardinals could afford to lose it, win the last two, be in good shape. As we just discussed, and if you guys brought up the back-to-back losses, where the offense hasn't looked great, it's like getting beat the way they did by a Detroit team that is not great. It can allow doubt to start to creep in. So, as I mentioned before, this is about the same time that the wheels fell off last year for them, and they ended up falling out of the playoffs altogether. If they bottom out and lose 3 in a row, they probably still back into the playoffs at this point. But it's the pressure is going to start mounting in a hurry for the Cardinals at this point. So when it comes to the game offensively, I'm going to say a push, because Arizona does have all around better skill position talent. Kyler is definitely a better quarterback than Wentz. Colts got the better running back, but tight end, wide receivers. I would go with Arizona, but the Colts offense has been playing better than the Cardinals of late. Defensively, I'm going to go Indianapolis. Statistically, the Cardinals have a better defense right now. But of late, the Colts defense has been playing a lot better. I have not been one that, even when the Colts have, won a few games and gotten some praise, I've not been one to shy away from criticizing their defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus, because he has done a bad job at times, even though they have won in games. I do kind of think that Jets game was a bit of a turning point for that defense, though. And it frankly needed to be, because they got torched by Josh Johnson and almost ended up in a 1-possession game to a guy that the Jets had just signed like a week before. Since then, the Colts defense has been playing significantly better. Coaching wise, obviously Frank Reich for me. I think he's one of the best coaches in the NFL. Overall, I do think the Cardinals should rally. I think this should be a wake-up call for them, losing to the Lions. You brought in someone like J.J. Watt to be a veteran presence in that locker room, to, when you get to a difficult point in the season like this, to help rally and stabilize that locker room. But I think the Colts are on a roll. I think they should be able to run the ball against Arizona. And I think it plays to the Colts' advantage a little bit that they played in a division with Deshaun Watson. So Eberflus should have an idea for a game plan against Kyler Murray, because they have similar play styles. I'm going to go Indianapolis on Christmas night, 31-24.
All right. Colts versus Cardinals, and who you got? So, offense. Kyle Murray is better quarterback than Carson. Jonathan Taylor is a better running back than James Conner. James Conner is doing his thing this year. I'm gonna go with the Colts offense just because D-Hop's out. I don't know what Kyler's going to get from. I know what he's going to get from Zach Ertz. I think Zach Ertz is a consistent option, but I just don't know what he's getting from Christian Kirk, AJ Green. That's another reason why they might be having issues. So I'm gonna tilt offensive side. I'm gonna tilt more towards the Colts. Defense, I gotta go Colts, even though Arizona is better than them statistically. But if we're talking about right now, I have to go Colts. The turnovers they're causing are they're the best team to cause turnovers in the NFL. So you got to watch out for Kenny Moore. You got to watch out for Darius Leonard. You got to watch out for DeForest Buckner. The defense is just it's loaded. So coaching. I knew, Craig. I knew you had to go Kingsbury, but I gotta go Frank Wright. I think going from 1-4, and now they're beating like quality teams, right? Patriots. You know, they're the Bills. They almost beat the Bucks too. They were right in there. So I just think the Colts are just one of those teams you don't want to play right now. They're playing good. Their defense is hitting on the levels, and they're running the ball. So I have the Colts, and then the Cardinals are a team you want to play right now because they're reeling. It's one of those good teams that we see this every year. That's like, oh, they limped into the playoffs, right? Or they lose their last 3 or 4, right? The Cardinals aren't what the Titans were because the Titans were winning. The Cardinals were winning without Kyler Murray. The Titans were – we all seen this coming with the Titans, right? Nobody's surprised the Titans are limping in the playoffs because we've seen it for weeks. But the Cardinals, we haven't really seen this. So the losses are kind of little bit of a red flag. So I got the Colts winning 27-20. It's going to be a good game. Good game.
Hey, James, to kind of further on your last point there, another reason why I would have been on board with Craig for Kingsbury as coach of the year is the fact that when Kyler went down, they were still able to win games with Colt McCoy.
Yep.
So the fact that Kyler comes back, they played pretty well against Chicago, and then all of a sudden things fall apart 2 weeks in a row I did not see that coming.
No. I thought they were going to be rolling on all cylinders. It's weird because when Kyler's out, the Colt McCoy they were 2-1. So I'm thinking, I don't know, it's weird. But this is a team that you don't want to be in this position at this point in the season. You want to be winning games.